Ever wondered about the masculine traits that make women swoon? Or is it just a myth? Now let's be honest, we've all heard the cliches. The strong, silent type, the rugged outdoorsman, the suave man of mystery. But what if I told you that the irresistible allure of masculinity isn't about being a stereotype? Intriguing, isn't it? Today we're diving deep into this enigma, peeling back the layers of misconception and unearthing the true masculine traits that set hearts aflutter. Let's start off with a chuckle. Picture this: a man walks into a bar, bulging muscles, a 5 o'clock shadow, and a mysterious aura. He orders a whiskey, neat. But wait, he spills it all over his shirt. Not so cool now, huh? This, my friends, is a perfect example of how the illusion of masculinity can shatter in a heartbeat. It's not about the muscles or the machismo, but something far more profound. Masculinity, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. It's a complex blend of traits, habits, and customs that vary across cultures and individuals. It's not about fitting into a preconceived mold, but rather about embracing one's unique qualities and strengths. From the confidence that comes from self-assurance, to the charm of good manners, the allure of ambition, and even the seduction of sensitivity, these are the traits that truly define irresistible masculinity. Let's not forget, masculinity isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It's as diverse as the men who embody it and the women who are drawn to it. So if you've been trying to fit into a cookie-cutter image of masculinity, it might be time to rethink your strategy. As we journey into this captivating exploration of masculinity, remember, it's not about changing who you are, but about understanding and embracing the qualities that make you uniquely attractive. So, forget about the stereotypes, the preconceptions, and the myths. Well, buckle up for an exciting ride as we debunk myths and discover the truth about irresistible masculinity. Let's venture into the gritty streets of Birmingham, into the world of the Shelby brothers from the acclaimed series, Peaky Blinders. Now, these men, they're a prime example of the irresistible allure of confidence. From the way they walk, heads held high, shoulders square, to the way they carry themselves in the face of adversity, it's all about self-assuredness. Notice how their confidence isn't a loud proclamation, but a subtle, silent statement. It's in their steady gazes, their firm handshakes, their unwavering voices. They don't just exist in their world, they dominate it. Their confidence, it's not just a trait, it's their weapon, their shield. The Shelby brothers, they've got their fair share of enemies, but it's their confidence that keeps them a step ahead, their foes always on the back foot. It's not about the hats, the suits, or even the razors. It's their unshakable confidence that truly makes them formidable. Just like the Shelby brothers, your confidence can make you irresistible too. It's not about emulating them, but about understanding the power of self-assuredness and harnessing it in your own unique way. Confidence, the intoxicating cologne that doesn't come in a bottle. Now, isn't that the truth? It's like that secret sauce, the finishing touch on the suave gentleman's ensemble. It's not about the Armani suit, the Rolex watch, or even the Italian leather shoes. No, it's that invisible cloak of confidence that turns heads and commands attention. Imagine a man walking into a room. No grand entrance, no flashy attire, but there's something about him that's irresistibly magnetic. What is it? That's right, his confidence. He doesn't just walk into a room, he owns it. His confidence speaks volumes before he even utters a word. But let's not forget, confidence extends beyond social allure. It's the rocket fuel for career success, the cornerstone of personal growth. It's the courage to take risks, the resilience to bounce back from failure. Confidence is the bold signature on the masterpiece that is you. Confidence, folks, it's not just sexy, it's a life skill. Now, let's shift our focus from the abstract to the concrete. Let's delve into the world of Peaky Blinders, an acclaimed British drama that masterfully showcases the irresistible allure of masculinity. The Shelby brothers, despite their rugged exterior and notorious reputation, are known for their impeccable manners. A paradox, you might think, but it's this unexpected blend of rough and refined that makes them so enchanting. They may be gangsters, but when they say please and thank you, it's with such sincerity that it disarmingly disarms their opponents. They hold doors open, they pull out chairs, they pour drinks for their guests. Their manners are not a sign of weakness, but a display of strength and control. They use politeness as a tool, a weapon even, in their arsenal of charm. It's this juxtaposition, this unexpected blend of grit and grace that makes the Shelby brothers so compelling. So, remember, like the Shelby brothers, good manners can make you irresistible. It's not just about being a gentleman, it's about being a gentleman with an edge. Manners, the forgotten currency of the dating market. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm a bad boy, I don't need manners. Well, you're wrong. Manners are the secret sauce, the magic trick, the hidden treasure of attraction. Let's debunk some myths here. No, holding the door open for someone won't make you look weak. Actually, it's quite the opposite. It's a display of strength, of consideration, of being a gentleman. And trust me, women notice these things. And no, saying please and thank you doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you more of one. It's like adding a dash of charm to your persona. It's like sprinkling some charisma on your character. It's like, well, you get the idea. Good manners are not about being stuffy or old-fashioned. They're about respect. And there's nothing more attractive than a man who respects others. Remember, manners maketh man, and they also maketh man irresistible. Let's dive into the world of the Shelby brothers in the acclaimed series Peaky Blinders. What makes them so alluring, so irresistible? You guessed it right. It's their ambition. The Shelby brothers, led by the indomitable Tommy Shelby, are the epitome of ambition. They're not just content with ruling the streets of Birmingham, they're always striving for more power, more influence, more everything. Their ambition is like a roaring fire, impossible to ignore, impossible not to be drawn to. And it's this relentless pursuit of their goals that makes them so magnetic. It's like watching a chess master at work, always planning, always strategizing, always 3 steps ahead. And it's this ambition, this relentless pursuit of power, that makes them so irresistible. But remember, it's not just about the ambition. It's about the way they balance it with loyalty to their family, respect for their friends, and a code of honor that, while unconventional, is undeniably compelling. So, like the Shelby brothers, let your ambition shine. Just remember to balance it with respect, loyalty, and a dash of that irresistible Shelby charm. Ambition, the secret ingredient in the irresistible man's recipe. Picture this: a man on a mission, a man with a plan, a man with a dream. That's ambition, folks. It's that fire in the belly, that sparkle in the eye, the driving force that propels individuals toward their goals. It's like the North Star guiding a ship in the night, or a lighthouse guiding a sailor home. And let me tell you, ladies are captivated by this beacon of determination. It's like a moth to a flame or a bee to a flower. Now let's clarify something here. Ambition is not about being the next Wall Street wolf or about trampling over others to reach the top. It's about the pursuit of a passion, the commitment to a cause, the determination to make a difference. It's about that unmistakable drive that says, I have a purpose, and I'm going after it. And why is this so alluring, you ask? Well, ambition signals a sense of purpose. It screams, I know where I'm headed. And who doesn't want to be with someone who's got their stuff together? It's like choosing between a GPS-guided Tesla and a rickety old car with a busted compass. No contest, right? But remember, gentlemen, there's a fine line between healthy ambition and overbearing competitiveness. The former is like a well-marinated steak, flavorful, satisfying, just right. The latter, however, is like a burnt piece of meat, overdone, hard to swallow, and leaves a bad taste in the mouth. A word of caution, though: ambition without humility is like a ship without a rudder. It's all about balance. You see, ambition is like salt in a dish. Too little and it's bland, too much and it's unpalatable. Humor me for a second. Imagine ambition as a dance. It's not about stepping on your partner's toes or hogging the dance floor. It's about moving gracefully, leading with confidence, and making your partner feel special. So, gentlemen, keep that ambition burning. It's hotter than you think. Now, let's delve into the Shelby brothers' sensitivity and Peaky Blinders. A gangster family that rules the streets of Birmingham, the Shelby brothers are renowned for their grit, their toughness, and their unwavering courage. But beneath that hard, steel-like exterior, there's a layer of sensitivity that adds a fascinating depth to their characters. Let's take Tommy Shelby, for instance. He's the head of the Peaky Blinders, a war veteran, a man who's seen the darkest corners of human nature. Yet he's not afraid to show his vulnerable side, his capacity for love, his emotional depth. His sensitivity towards his family, his love interest Grace, and even his horse adds a new facet to his character. making him all the more irresistible. And then there's Arthur Shelby. He may appear as a tough-as-nails gangster on the surface, but beneath that lies a man struggling with his inner demons, a man who feels deeply, who loves deeply, who hurts deeply. His emotional vulnerability, his sensitivity makes him human, makes him relatable. It's this sensitive side of the Shelby brothers that draws us in, that makes us root for them, that makes them, dare we say, irresistible. So gentlemen, take a leaf out of the Shelby brothers' book. Embrace your sensitive side. It's not a weakness, but a strength. It's not a flaw, but a virtue. Just like the Shelby brothers, sensitivity can make you irresistible. Scene script. Sensitivity, the misunderstood superpower of the modern man. Oh yes, you heard it right. Let's talk about that word that's been a bit of a taboo for so long in the realm of manhood. Sensitivity. It's a trait often seen as the kryptonite to the testosterone-fueled stoic superhero that society has long held up as the masculine ideal. But guess what? The times, they are a-changin'. The modern woman isn't looking for a stone-faced statue. She's seeking a man who can tap into his emotions, a man who isn't afraid to feel, to empathize, to understand. Emotional intelligence, my friends, is a trait that's as sexy as a well-tailored suit, as irresistible as the perfect pickup line. Let's debunk this myth of the emotionless masculine ideal. Picture this scenario. You're watching a movie with your significant other, a real tearjerker. The music swells, the protagonist's dog dies, and your eyes, well, they start to get a little misty. You feel a lump in your throat, but you swallow it down, fighting back the tears because, hey, you're a man, right? Wrong move, gentlemen. Newsflash. It's not the 1950s anymore. The days of the emotionally detached, Clint Eastwood-esque, rugged cowboy are behind us. Today, it's about emotional transparency. It's about showing that you can feel, that you can empathize, that you can connect on a deep emotional level. Here's a little secret for you. Sensitivity is attractive. It shows strength, not weakness. It shows courage, the courage to be true to your emotions, to be vulnerable. It's the mark of a man who's secure in his masculinity, a man who's not afraid to tear up at a movie, to show compassion, to empathize. So, gentlemen, it's okay to wear your heart on your sleeve. It's quite the fashion statement. So what do we have in our irresistible man's toolkit? Well, let's take a quick trip down memory lane, shall we? We kick things off with the charm of confidence. Remember, confidence isn't about being cocky or showy. It's about knowing your worth and not being afraid to show it. It's about standing tall and owning your space, unapologetically, yet with respect for others. Confidence is magnetic, and it's a trait that's universally attractive. Next, we touched on the magic of manners. Good manners speak volumes about a man. They show that you're considerate and respectful, that you know how to treat people right. Remember, chivalry isn't dead. It's not about being old-fashioned. It's about showing kindness and respect. It's about making people feel valued and appreciated. And trust me, it never goes unnoticed. Then we delved into the allure of ambition. Ambition is about having goals, dreams, and the drive to achieve them. It's about not settling for mediocrity and always striving for more. But remember, ambition without action is just a dream, so don't just talk about your dreams, chase them. Show the world what you're made of. Lastly, we explored the seduction of sensitivity. Being sensitive doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. It shows that you're not afraid to feel, to connect, to empathize. Sensitivity is about understanding and respecting others' feelings. It's about being able to express your own feelings and not being afraid to show vulnerability. It's about emotional intelligence, and that, my friend, is incredibly attractive. So, to wrap up, these traits, confidence, manners, ambition, and sensitivity, they're not just about attracting women. They're about being the best version of you. They're about personal development and growth. They're about being a man of character, a man of substance. So there you have it. The secret to irresistible masculinity isn't a secret at all. It's about being a better you. Now go out there and be irresistible.